Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland. Of here to glory's 1v1 own Kholodny Ferma in the west. It is Highfive, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with mechanized assault support. Well, he goes straight for lightning war then with Jägerline for upgrades, tactical movement, relief infantry, tiger tanks, and Stuka close air support with triple infantry. Forming up here, the Panzerlehr Panzerdivision West and East, it is VonLewinski. Funding here for the Red Army. Not the Red Army, the American Army, sorry about that. The United States Army. Just, for some reason, they're red. Obviously, they gotta be the Soviets. Dang, you absolute potwits. Anyways, fighting for the American Army, the United States, the 2nd Armored Division here with tactical support featuring light machine guns, half-track transports, recon runs, strafing runs, and the Sherman Calliope with infantry and double 50 caliber bullets here. We got a gun at the MD42 start for Highfive and a double rifle start here for VonLewinski. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, these champions, these true heroes of the propaganda ministry who keep in the business. Big thanks to all of those. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon. You can also donate via PayPal. Links in the description. As always, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, do the dance. So, off to the races here. Rifleman advancing in the centre, heading south to the echelons. Grabbing points here for the glory of Deutschland and heading northwards here. Very good. Sandbags up there as well. Sehr good. More Grenadiers there for Highfive, and up north the rifle squad advancing steadily here for VonLewinski. Back at base there, I imagine we're seeing a 3rd rifle squad. They could also go for a fast lieutenant or captain. Grenadiers holding up in the centre. Bit of a stand over there possibly. Machine holding up here. Watching for any Americans that might try and do some naughty Yankee business. Back here, it does look like VonLewinski is setting up for a... Oh, he's going for the 3rd rifle squad. I was about to say it did look like it, but then he pops the rifle squad. Rifle squad moving about here, machine popping north here, forming up a strong point there. The Americans then easily can't penetrate and get to the fuel point in the north easily. Since the problem with this Kholodny Ferma is if this compartment gets secured, particularly if you're the Wehrmacht player and they get it against you, it's very difficult to deal with because the Wehrmacht does not have like any great way of dealing with it dug-in units in the early game. So, kind of critical for the Wehrmacht to secure this place if they're the western on the western side of the map to start with. Rifle squad here charging the Grenadiers here, but still getting a first kill in there. If they can get another kill in fast, the Grenadiers might have a shot. All those rifle squads will, I think, overwhelm the Grenadiers. There we go. Not quite lucky enough there. That was close, I think. It was fairly close. Could go for another Grenadier squad here. He could also play for a sniper. Another MD42 or a mortar up north here. Plenty for the rifle squad. Machine being held northwards here. And we got their 3rd Grenadier squad for Highfive. Tank types up in the south. And nothing further in terms of tech there for VonLewinski. Oh, never mind. There we go. And it is, in fact, the captain. El Capitan. MD42 catching the rifle squad. They're suppressing them. Center being overwhelmed here as VonLewinski quickly outmaneuvers the lone Grenadier squad there. And without machine guns or any other infantry support, they are definitely easily pushed around. Machine repositioning, realizing again now the center could become another flashpoint here of problems for Highfive. Is quickly moving the machine down there to offset that possibility. Grenadiers coming up from the base as well here in the center here. Grenadiers continue to skirmish out there. Machine narrowly manages up here to connect to protect the calf point. Thumbs up the Highfive. Close call, but good response there. And good foresight. No tech yet there though for Highfive. They want to get that going soon. Bit of skirmishing there. And we got the captain almost done here for VonLewinski. Obviously gives him access to a unit that can quickly be upgraded with the BAR and to tank guns. And it's also possible he's planning like pack houses on a map like this, which is not bad at all. Highfive going for a 4th Grenadier squad. Interesting. We shall see, of course, this means he's intending to equip them with G43 possibly. That could give him a bit of punch in the move. But our 4 Grenadiers 1-4-2. That is a fairly heavy tier 1 here from him. Ambulance almost done there for VonLewinski. And the 2nd Armoured of North Hill Point being seized by the MD42. Note again the flexible usage of the MD42, not just parking in one place and then forgetting all about it, which is a bit of a bad habit some Wehrmacht players have, which I generally always tend to avoid, suggest avoiding. Yeah, I'll avoid it. Skirmishing between the Grenadiers and the Grenadiers in the south, captain equipped with a BAR. He's probably not going to go for weapon racks except for bazooka, since he's likely just going to focus on the light machine guns instead. And he's being pushed back a bit here. Low health though. More Grenadiers being fought here for Highfive, and he is kind of getting closer to the G43 upgrade being available. He's also first taking out now. I imagine VonLewinski is setting up for the mechanized post. Yes, indeed. Could go for a fast anti-aircraft tower attack here versus Highfive. Well, again, he might be planning pack howitzers. Bit of skirmishing there. Raph's got going to the northern pointing machine and repositioning again, looking to deliver us ammo can. And VonLewinski clearly not quite used to Highfive here in his aggressive machine gun plate, because he's definitely not expecting that one. And he goes suppressed, very good. Captain looking with the gunnies close with the BA on the Thompson. They lay down some significant firepower, which the gunnies cannot even hope to match. Tech done, can begin equipping his men with the G43s now. All light machine guns. He's got munitions definitely for both upgrades there, but he definitely should choose an upgrade soon there. G43s in particular find to be quite effective versus the Americans. An additional advantage of the G43s, they're also much better wiping out retreating units, since you can find them on the move, and thus can keep better, pace with the retreating enemy troops. Machine repositioning captain on forwards. Still no upgrades there for Highfive, but good maneuvering there by VonLewinski, leaving Highfive there a bit off centre. As VonLewinski pushes it for freedom there, good machine gun maneuvered, and that could be a wipe here for Highfive if he's not careful. Good flank there by VonLewinski, thumbs up. In fact, there's a good chance of getting wiped, particularly with the captain we've focused down on as well. Thompson the BAI, and there we go. That said, he's going to need some smoke grenades here, I think, to have a chance of grabbing them. Safely, at least. He could drive grenade here, by the way. Yeah, drive grenade off there, so probably going to clear it out there. Yep. Nice attempt, though, but again, with that smoke grenades here, that's going to be a very difficult thing to pull off, and just ends up wasting manpower for VonLewinski. But, I don't blame him for trying, but this is really the sort of situation where you want, like, grenades to then fire a smoke grenade to then grab it under cover of smoke. Then again, with the rifle grenades being fired off there, at best, I think you could hope for is just crossing his front to bait into the rifle grenades faster and then grabbing the machine gun. So, not really like, I think, any super easy solutions to that one. Back here, reinforcing healing. Anti-aircraft traffic is on the way there for VonLewinski. In the south, we've got VSN pursuing the Grenadiers, going for the victory point there. We've got 486 to 446. And an armoured car for Highfive. Still not much in terms of upgrades, though. The Grenadiers are still only allowed to wield their Kar 98Ks. Suppressor fire, they have go to rifle flanking. Medic bunker on the way there for Highfive and for Deutschland. Half-track rolling out for freedom and democracy. Can also begin upgrading his men now with the Browning light machine gun, which will obviously be a significant firepower boost. Gunny is being equipped there with the... Wait, where did all the munitions go? He's going for a flamethrower, so I think he's going for light machine guns, skipping the G43s, considering that as a significant munitions drop then. I could be wrong there, but that would be my gut instinct. Or at least I think he'd get at least one more unit upgraded with something. But he's going for the light machine gun. No. Then he must have laid down some mines or something. No clue then when Highfive's plan actually is. Except, I imagine a target attack is going to be involved, but beyond that, it's tough to say there. Yeah, he can begin upgrading one of his squads with the Jägerlight infantry upgrades, but again, whether United does it is, of course, an entirely different matter. Armor Captain important to get with the anti-aircraft tower attack head on. Gonna need a pack body to deal with that there, Mr. Highfive. Gonna use find their premises being absolutely torn apart here with the American Army up north, right foot, northern victory point as well. Almost got all three here. Charging up with the armor cover to get some hits on the half track. A bold rate there by Highfive. Pioneers think about that as well. Could to try and go straight for the car point. Up maneuvering here. VonLewinski possibly.
Our brave infantry is dying.
And a wipe. Painful blow there for Highfive. Pack 14 way there for him as well. Not much going on in the base of VonLewinski. Still no light machine guns being grabbed there, for example. Which is a bit interesting since most players who go for this doctrine will be typically very keen on grabbing a whole bunch of them.
The capture point is being overrun.
Gunnies advancing. Pioneers catch from half squad here backed up with the armored car that's going to be retreated from VonLewinski. Just hits retreat well there, not bothering to stick around and just lose manpower pointlessly. Gunnies in the centre being attacked, suppressed and mauled as VonLewinski pushes forward for freedom. Patches up economic field ready there for Highfive. Armored car setting up, Pioneers setting up there as well. Beckett reinforcing healing for VonLewinski. Still no light machine guns though. That is a bit surprising. That is indeed a bit surprising to me. In between things are like floating 200 munitions. Okay, now I can... He's standing right next to the weapon rack. Hey guys, maybe we should grab some of these light machine guns. What do you say? Guys? Guys, come on. Yeah, there we go. There we go, 2 squads upgraded. Of course, worth noting, you can equip a unit with a BAR and a light machine gun here, so of course the captain can just grab that. Most players don't really upgrade with a light machine gun, tend to just also bother with a BAR, though again, they could consider it. Panzer gun squad here for Highfive. Thumbs up. Sehr gut. Path direction northwards, anti-tank normal there for VonLewinski. Freedom and democracy. Yeah, that's going to be quite a bit of firepower here in the hands of Highfive's Grenadier. Of VonLewinski's rifleman, not in the hands of Highfive's Grenadiers there. Got northern point. Panzer Grenadier gefechtsbereit. Still no sign of much there going on for Highfive. Pioneers definitely need to retreat in the face of VonLewinski's push. No chance in hell of the Pioneers having actually resisting that. They'd just be torn to shreds in seconds. Armament coming up, but that's not going to help much other than it's only really needs more firepower and more men up there. In the centre, we've got the small force pushing forwards. Almost seems like a delay action up north to then try and push it elsewhere. Half-track pushing forwards, but it's been caught. Pack moving in though, needs to retreat the half-track fast before it gets torn to bits for the pack. And, ooh, hits the ship there, but hits a telemine, so that's where the munitions went. Thumbs up to Highfive. Good telemine there. VonLewinski did not see that one coming clearly. There you go. Telemines, as always, being a fairly good investment as the Wehrmacht. Particularly a bit of hit that's going to place them close to the opponent's base, and the closer a mine is to your opponent's base, the less they actually typically expect it. There's this sort of, shall we say, blind spot in most people hit, like, you know, if you place a mine fairly close to the base, they will typically not expect it. It obviously has risks, but if you've got good map control, you can do it, and can actually sort of further give you an advantage there. So that's a little fun fact there. It also can have, you know, some psychological effects the closer it is to the opponent's base as well, as, you know, they get further rattled. Machine gun forwards there. Tech there for VonLewinski, very good. And I believe we also got tech there for Highfive. Sehr gut. Upgrades for the Grenadiers. Oh, we do actually get some T for the fleas. Very nice. They give air drive and field sight. Which is a fun fact there. Was actually designed by using copies of the captured SVT-40 semi-automatic rifle, specifically the firing mechanism. Because they had the G41, but the problem was the firing mechanism they had issues with. I don't quite remember which ones, but they had some issues, and so they just copied the Soviet SVT-40 and then created the Gewehr 43 out of that. Fun fact. Then it's being shot to base of the rifle squad. Pushing for the car opponent, captain moving forwards, and the south of the rifle squad routed by the mighty Panzer Grenadier, captain's press with 22. Nice push here by Highfive, definitely throws VonLewinski there, bit off. 3 kills on the Panzer Grenadier, close veteran to 1. Armored cavalry back, Pack 40 supporting it all. Pack cards there for VonLewinski, a bit of artillery to bash those krauts into the ground. Major out there can soon go for Sherman here versus Highfive, that's indeed a good for him. Lewis there getting burned to a crisp by the Pioneers flamethrower. Two's been caught by ME42, closing in on veterans 1 and the incendiary piercing rounds. Cat cards are halfway done here for VonLewinski. Could use the captain to advise production out. Looks like though VonLewinski is not a man of supervision though. What, I had to watch them? It's not like I'm their superior officer. You're the captain. Shut up. Major setting up. Pack cards are right about the corner there. Guns holding up in the north of the Gewehr down field 6. Ralph called captain force back at the rear since Panzer is suffering the loss of Ludwig. So Pommerkong there for Highfive, say good. Guessing it's going to go for a Panther 4 here. More T-43s there for Highfive. And third one up being upgraded as well there, so good. Focusing down, the rear are going to be less covered, but also, you know, a bit closer. But they're going to up retreating in the face of so much infantry for VonLewinski. Could still upgrade the final squad here with a light machine gun as well. Still, good harassment here by Highfive. Cuts off a lot of VonLewinski's fuel, allows him to get a significant fuel advantage over his opponent there. So, thumbs up to Highfive. That was a great push there. And clearly one which VonLewinski was unprepared for. Pushing forwards there for freedom and democracy. Panther on the weather for Highfive, machine on the fire. Then he's being attacking the Ralph squad, getting some good hits there, and killing Joe. And Tank got a fighting position as well here for VonLewinski digging in and preparing for another push around here. Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. Can soon go for the Shem, but that said, of course, the Panther is almost ready here for Highfive for Deutschland.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
He's moving forward, getting the captain over the Gewehr 43. Not a great spot for the rifle being right and within range of the flamethrower in heavy cover. That is usually one of the worst places you can be. Pearson's right up north. Again, Highfive's going to use some of the Gewehr 43s, doing some good damage to VonLewinski's forces. Packard running down the gun of the east. Is he using the barrage abilities? Not. When it comes to a lot of this, you typically want to use the barrage ability because the auto-fire is typically not too accurate. Initially it was, but it turns out it's just then too easy to spam them and just, you know, leave them to do nothing. So that got changed. Still got 2 kills with the Packard set. Panther fighting the final position, next thing they're opening up in a turn. Good hit on the Panther 4, punching through the frontal armor. Another shot there. Good hit there. Sherman on the way there for VonLewinski. Southern making point being seized here by infantry under Highfive's command. Another push here, catching the Packards are gunning down the crew there with expert marksmanship. Really doing a lot of damage here inside the building, and Rifle they're being absolutely torn to shreds against the might of the Gewehr 43. Sherman halfway done. He's surrounded up north. The Highfive's got a pretty good position. VonLewinski needs to do something drastic here versus Highfive. Think to force him off, and really should upgrade the final infantry squad with a light machine gun as well. Looks like he is, yep, grabbing it there finally. Sherman almost done.
A capture point is under attack. Scout car awaiting orders. Orders! Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Malta on the way for Highfive. Not bad to get some light artillery. Pack 40 number 2. Interesting. I think that could indicate Highfive is now planning to stall for the Tiger tank. Never a huge fan of that. Should at least go for one more medium tank before trying that out here versus VonLewinski, but we shall see. 50 cal that being added. Panzer on the 5 from the Sherman. Shot right through the hedges. Killed no Panzer Grenadier, but maybe killed a few squirrels. Bit lucky there for Highfive. 2 shots and not a single Panzer Grenadier dead. In fact, they barely got a scratch. Finished with the Major. Small standoff in the north with a small force then stand by, ready to deal with any sort of attempt to sneak through some forces there. Another entertain here for VonLewinski. Obviously concerned about being hounded by a lot more armor here from Highfive, not a bad idea. Mortar firing down here around the center. Entertaining halfway done from VonLewinski, getting here the Panther 4, but taking a lot of damage both the Panther 4 and the Panther 4 was causing it VonLewinski's Sherman tank. Might want to throw down some smoke here. Quickly making a sharp turn, but still needs the smoke. And turning around here, and Sherman knocked out. Not great there for VonLewinski. Definitely, I think, a bit of a mistake they're rushing in the Sherman blindly like that with no support, to be honest. And then, of course, not throwing down smoke to at least, you know, assist in scoring a safer retreat there. So a few mistakes of VonLewinski resulting in an easy tank kill there for Highfive, and he's planning to stall for the Tiger tank. Well, that just got a lot easier with that easy tank kill there, so definitely a bit of a flop there by VonLewinski and the Freedom Brigade. Back here, reinforcing healing. Feel like he's putting a bit too much effort in the centre here. Needs to again put more pressure on the flanks and try and outmaneuver Highfive. Mortar fighting shooting down there on his fighting position. Ralph's got a great hit from the mortar. No kills for it. Still, Veterans 1 is not half bad. Packard's there, finally barraging. Ooh, great hit on the mortar crew. Didn't kill it, but left it very open for a follow-up shot. They could kill it.
We're losing a capture point.
There you go. Jürgen Tort. Close one there, but still forced the mortar to retreat. South, they got a flank by the Panthers captain. They're ready to stop that, at least attempt to stop that. Goodbye to Laden on the fighting position. Can they actually finish it off there? Not quite though, but nice attempt there by Highfive. Nice attempt.
A capture point is being overrun.
That said, it almost cost them the Panzer on the squad in question, so not as nice as it could be. Another minor harassment attempt up north, but once more thwarted by Highfive's defenders. Again, putting a lot of effort into the center, but again, neglecting the rest of the map. It can be a bit of a bad habit of some players on this map in particular, due to the way it works. It tends to create a lot of tunnel visioning. Now the Sherman there for VonLewinski. Handful on the move here for Highfive. Looks like they're going to try and break through the south. Good idea again. As you might notice, where in again VonLewinski's just focused in the center, Highfive is looking to find gaps in his opponent's defense and exploit. Attacking it from the north, engaging the base. Thumbs up, but also looks going to make a push with the Panther on the south. So really good play by Highfive. Definitely is displaying some better tactical awareness than his opponent. For the most part, almost lost the mortar there, but still was able to get out in time. So good play here by Highfive. Very nice. Another Sherman almost done, plus replacement ambulance. Armored cars, though, kind of stuck in the base and can't escape due to the fighting position. Going to tear it apart if he's not careful. Still, he makes the attempt. Oh, and he actually survives. Holy smokes. That was a really close rate there for Highfive. Panther holding back. Sherman around there for VonLewinski. Freedom and democracy.
Ambulance taking the field.
Pack 40 guns remaining in possession. Fixing up the fighting position there. More Pioneer for Highfive. That's already tagged up. Of course, needs to build. But he doesn't actually need to build a heavy pan score. That's the one thing you don't need for the Tiger tank. You just need to research tier 4. Though some players still do it. On the hand for the Tiger, you do need the heavy pan score. But for the Tiger tank, you do not. We got the Rob squad here as the Panzer going to deal it. We got 376 to 310. Mortar gaining Metty 2, very good. Pack out of the 4 kills, close veterans 2-1. Good progress by Highfive south and south again, avoiding like the main line to defense here from VonLewinski until he actually pushes elsewhere, in which case he does make those more aggressive pushes. So again, good play by Highfive. Good sense of tactical awareness here against VonLewinski. Who's by the way flooding a lot of munitions. Fighting around the centre, going to see the engagement between Route Squad with brown light machine guns. That's going to be a heavy hard retreat there. Panther 140 here for Highfive. Decent hit there. Got the command point for the Tiger tank. Almost has the resource well there, so this could be a bit of a problem for VonLewinski. And a great moment for Highfive. South here, we got the Pioneers caught with the captain and quickly routed. Route Squad moving as well there. Mortar almost swapped here with the pack house, which now veterans won 5 kills there, or 5th. North there, points being held up. Nothing fair going in there for Highfive. VonLewinski is also a bit on the quiet side. Fixing up the fighting position still. Probably cursing all the way the rotten luck they got. Seeing out the S-mines. Good S-mining by the Highfive. Thumbs up. Completely missed that one. VonLewinski did not. Using the tank as a minesweeper. They did have flails and other stuff that took out mines actually. So, little fun fact there. Adding the 50 cal. Got the air support here from VonLewinski to get his opponent's position. That's a really good idea there. Thumbs up. Panther pushing forward, going for the camp. Got the Sherman flank, the anti-tank. Close to assist here. Tiger tank that's very close here for Highfive versus VonLewinski. His tank remaining strangely passive in the face of the Panther from the center. Can at least move forwards up north. Still not a lot of action. Would not be surprised if actually that Telemine might just have scared off VonLewinski from going north a lot of the time. Haunted in his dreams by visages of tanks and vehicles exploding as Telemines take them out. Panzer's holding up there, and there you go. Tiger tank effects right here for Highfive. Für Deutschland. Achtung, Achtung, schwerer Panzer. Instead of got Route Squad pushing against the Pioneers here, machine gun they're holding up as well. They could hammer to the pack howitzer. Mortar firing away there. We got 1 kill on it. Packhouse with 5 kills. He is bombarding, but the question is what... Oh, he is bombarding the machine gun. There we go. Good hit. Almost getting into 2 in the process and almost cleaning up the machine gun team. Tag tank around this can require both anti-tank guns for the results there. Pushing forward with the mighty Tiger. Finally pushing, getting hammered still by the mortar. Tag tank falling back a bit, Packhouse is shifting about. Mortifying the M1 anti-tank gun. Flank position remains a rather rotten posting to be in. And I imagine VonLewinski is going to respond to the TIE tank here with the M36 Jackson tank destroyer. As that is what most American players would respond to, and certainly is a fairly good counter. That said, I would also recommend some infantry to back things up with, or maybe another Packhouse like Mortar could also be a great idea here against Highfive. And then, oh, okay. He did not go for Jackson, he did go for more artillery. In fact, he's going for a 3rd anti-tank gun. I'm not 100% sure about that. That feels a bit more of a questionable decision here from my perspective. There feels slightly more questionable in some ways, but I could easily be proven wrong there. We also got air support here from Highfive, the Stuka close air support, unleashing a pair of Stuka Kanonenvögeln on VonLewinski. Basically modified Junkers J87s with anti-tank, cannons mounted under them. They were quite effective as tank destroyers and tank busters, actually. .374 versus 243. Air reconnaissance again, looking for the right target. He's just blasting through the ground here with the rocket launchers. Visual, of course, see the hammers out. Tries to hammer into the ground. Ooh, Ravkot does some nice bit of damage there. Calliope there getting ready to blast some Germans into dust. There we go, firing away there. On the Pioneers, and they actually get wiped there with a follow-up shot from the Packhouse. Minor loss there for Highfive, gonna make it hard for him to repair his tanks. South, they're being also points being grabbed here for freedom and democracy. Panzer there that's holding out fairly well, and the Grenadiers with the G45 also doing fairly good work there. In fact, we got 23 kills in 1 squad. Panther 4 strikes in the south, they catch the major off guard, needs immediate armoured support, but it is not forthcoming here from VonLewinski. It is not forthcoming. Probably he's worried about the Tiger tank striking him, so he's a bit, I think, concerned about committing too much here to the Panther 4. And Highfive so far is exploring that nice. There goes Shem being moved in as well here. This could cause Ultra region actually went for triple anti-tank guns, so you can actually, divert more anti-tank assets to the south. But now it's bringing in both anti-tank guns here. Interesting. Perhaps he's thinking the Tiger tank stuff up in the south as well. That would then be his mistake here. Shot fired the anti-tank gun. Off by the Panther 4, by the anti-tank Panther 4. Shot bounces. Pretty lucky there for Highfive. Tiger tank dragging through the centre, exploiting then that VonLewinski, of course, commits most anti-tanks in the south. I mean, even used air reconnaissance, so you should be aware that the Tiger tank was in the centre north and not in the south here. Almost got the Panther 4 here, but now again the Tiger tank is a significant threat in the centre, forcing a retreat there. Not great here for VonLewinski, but of course, pretty great for Highfive. Captain moving forwards, back edge which is forcing his out as well for VonLewinski. Machine gun hosing away at the captain, suppressing the entire lot. Should remember to upgrade, I think, the penlight machine and the Tiger tank. That would do Highfive a bunch of good. Nice shot there. 7 kills. Slowly approaching Mercenary fleet. Heavy Panzerkorps now for Highfive. Guessing a Panzer there for a Sturmpanzer. He could also theoretically go for a Panther, but I definitely don't think there's anything that even remotely warrants a Panther right now from Highfive. I mean, he could go for it, but it would be an utter waste of resources. VonLewinski flanked with another Sherman. Which, of course, we can start making better use of the Shermans because they definitely feel like they're not being used to their fullest extent here versus Highfive. Clive Barracks this round. There's a complete whiff from VonLewinski. He just tears up the ground, but crucially tears up no Germans. And we got another armoured car raid on the base. Oh, Highfive, you beautiful bastard. striking straight at the Fundamentski. This time doesn't have tank actually ready for it, but even then, good chance he just takes out the ambulance anyways. Oh, no, did not. Lucky this time for Fundamentski. Close call though for Highfive. Really close call. But again, highlights that Highfive has just got a bit of better sense of the map here, I think, compared to Fundamentski. Then he's moving forward, under cover from the Tiger tank. It's 88 mm guns, shattering Americans like they're just cheap vases. Second Sherman ready. Still not really doing a lot there. I mean, he's probably concerned about mines, but at that point, he just sends some mines for chaps first to help assist, and then push in with the tanks. I mean, you can like just throw down some smoke screens or whatnot. So I definitely feel like it's a mistake for Fundamentski not to have more pressures in the north here. But again, also just highlights, you know, what a well-placed Telemine can do, because he's clearly terrified of the Telemines, though he's, you know, hesitant up north there. So, you know, thumbs up to Highfive and that one Telemine. Telemines, when you truly want to traumatize your opponent.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
Panther move again here, half 8 of its need 2. Can't really go for anything though, he's got too many units actually. But you know, it's there as an option I guess, and also makes it cheaper to reinforce I guess though. Generally building heavy panzer for that is honestly not worth it a lot of the time. But you know, I guess it's a nice little bonus. Very, very small bonus. Air recons again here from Fundamentski. I mean, Highfive's just sort of in a waiting position, waiting for Fundamentski, I think, to sort of mess up before it makes the push here. There you go, Calabash firing off. It's straight to the Punies. The machine crew. This could prove a bit painful here for Highfive. Machine gun Punny is being torn to shreds as the rockets annihilate him. There you go, machine crew down. Tiger tank pushing forward. Sherman there. Firing back. Infantry dealing with the cancer fire here. Kennedy's pushing forward. Rifleman nearby. Sherman hammering away there. Anti-tank gun being hauled back in a great disruptive situation. The same thing going to push in the south. The undercover air support. And there you go. The Sherman is kaput. Fundamentski was not paying attention. He was focused on the centers there, so he might even be like a bait attempt here for Highfive to just secure a kill on that Sherman. Beautiful. Thumbs up there. Fundamentski is definitely playing more alongside the Highfive's tune than he probably would like to admit. He's going now for Panzerwerfer to basically just shatter Fundamentski's defensive positions from afar. 9 kills close to the ace level there. You got 340 versus 204. Tiger tank still could do with a lot of machine gun on top there. Troops reinforcing healing effort for Lewinsky.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
Seizing back the southern victory point there, Panther 4 still at the ready. Half 8 of it need 2. And we got the Panzerwerfer 42 ready here for Highfive. Typically only part of the Panzer Division's artillery complement. I think these in service like in sort of other types of units. Panzer pushing forward to ace level, 18 kills, but getting shredded here by the captain, unfortunately for Highfive, and of course fortunately for Lewinsky. Sending Gunny's being pushed back with the Ralph got Sherman in as well, actually using some smoke here, very nice. But not entirely through the smoke, was the Sherman was the mortar crew, but some smoke was definitely utilised though, you know. Thumbs up to whoever used it. Finally got the machine gun on the Tiger tank as well. North side just remains an incredibly comfortable position for Highfive's Grenadiers up there. The enemy of all the other Grenadiers. Sherman falling back here. Packard firing close to the mortar. Additional fun fact, but the Waffen has actually had their own version of the Panzerwerfer. They actually fired Katyusha rockets. Like they initially used to use Katyusha rockets they captured from the Soviets, but later on they'd had ones made by I think slave labor and just add those. So, fun fact. Calliope moving forward here, 9 kills, half 8 of Infantry 1. Machine gun bunker up here, 5-5, realising you could probably, you know, free up men and just, you know, use them elsewhere. Thumbs up there to Highfive. We got 321 to 4. I feel like the Highfive just needs to do is just throw another smushing with the mortar, then push through here and just overwhelm, I think, Fundamentski with that, to be honest. I think we can actually pull that off now. Sherman away to VonLewinski again. Or again launch a deeper flank from the north here, because there's nothing really there, or through the south. I mean, there's plenty of options here in this regard. Highfive definitely feel like could have closed out this match a bit sooner by, you know, being a bit more aggressive there. But certainly it's not just been a ton fishing, like I feel VonLewinski has. Or traumatized by Telemines, as I suspect VonLewinski has been.
Fighting position machine gun is in place.
Fighting position in the south here for VonLewinski. Both sides sticking in there. Actually mirroring a bit there with the machine gun position, the fighting position. Even got an anti-tank into assist in the south here, so that's a bit of a fun mirrored situation there. Bit of a fun one. Panzer barrage here, shattering the anti-tank and crew there, leaving them quite dead except for Bobby there, who just runs off. Tank pushing forward to exploiting the gap here, created now in VonLewinski's line, pushing forward for Deutschland. Step on it, Ludwig, I want those Americans tot! There we go, amerikanische Kampfpanzer kaputt! Panzerkampfwagen. I don't care. Instead, Target there gaining veterans, one target, 10 kills. I feel like you could have pushed in further, and particularly remember to bring in infantry. Definitely a mistake there by Highfive. Should have supported this push for infantry. In fact, he could easily done it with tactical movements. The infantry could have easily kept pace with the tanks. So that could have been improved there by Highfive. Could have been improved, but he definitely had the right idea. But I feel like he missed opportunity to just deliver a you know, killing blow to VonLewinski, a coup de grace. Instead, he just delivered a very thorough slap across the face, but you know, nothing, you know, lethal. Bit of a standoff here continuing between VonLewinski and Highfive. Tank and California repairs, close bench on that one. Mortar being hammered over rocket artillery, almost cleared up. Panzer clearing out the rough spot in the centre though. 21 killed. Pack opening up the Sherman. Just going between 4 seconds, catching the captain there. Pack counts with still 9 kills, but he's getting very close to the ace level there. Very close. Panzerwerfer also ready to unleash another barrage here against VonLewinski and freedom.
Armor here.
Again, moving forward with that one. Then he's pushing forward, catching the anti-tank neck. Good push there. Though could do with a bit more support, to be honest, from the rest of his forces. Good chance of losing one of these squads here. Good chance of losing that. Panther Force good to go now. Panther Barrage just remains waiting for the right time to strike. Targeting halfway fixed up. Panther forward, getting it to the Schützen. And another Panther Barrage here from Highfive. We shall see what lands, but I guess it's the main here in the centre. Nope. The anti-tank a bit further behind. This time the barrage ends up making less of an impression than VonLewinski, and mostly an impression on the dirt. Need to make a good push there. I mean, the way VonLewinski's forced it up, I do also feel like he could be vulnerable to just a really good push, particularly with some smoke at the right place. It could completely disrupt VonLewinski's defense, and allow Highfive just tear him apart like a cheap puppet. Infantry getting hammered though by the Panther Form, they're tightening up as well here. Rifling it off there, wiping out the Major. Lieutenant out here for VonLewinski, and Bravo got wiped out. These infantry just being bled dry. Solidifies tearing out the support weapons, but I think with that VonLewinski's spirit is just broken. With the infantry support, he can't really resist another assault anyways. So GG game over there. Overall, VonLewinski definitely suffered from tunnel vision. Partly again, I think just due to the trauma of the mine up here, but definitely a mistake to make on a map like Kholodny Ferma. It also comes down to like exploiting the other paths at the side of the map, and VonLewinski kind of failed at that. That said, Highfive could also play it better, more aggressively, coordinate elements better versus VonLewinski, and I do feel like this match can go at least 5 to 8 minutes earlier. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family, don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.